How's it guys and girls? Today we're going to have a look at the brand new rangefinders from Vector Optics. The Forester 6x21 OLED display Gen 2 and the Paragon 6x25 LCD display, also the Gen 2. So before we jump into it, I just want to give a big thanks to Vector Optics for making this video possible and sending me out these two rangefinders to have a look at. So thank you very much, I really do appreciate it. Well, I'm not going to bore you a lot today with all the features on these two rangefinders. They are very similar in features and in modes. So I'm just going to touch on the main three ones that we as hunters and maybe a golfer may use, which is auto, scan mode and pin lock mode. So I'm going to start with the Forester because it's the smallest one of the two. And the reason why it's the smallest one, the Forester is a 1,600 yard rangefinder and the Paragon is a 2,000 yard rangefinder. So without wasting time, let's jump into it. The Forester comes in a nice pouch, but it has a Velcro piece that will make some noise when you open it. Taking it out of the bag, this is the Forester. It's very small in size, made out of plastic and rubber, very lightweight, and it won't slip out of your hands. So price point on this little rangefinder is $199 on the Vector Optics website. There will be links in the video description, so go check it out if you wish to do so. For the price, I think this is a very well built rangefinder, and you will struggle to find something in this price point that will give you the same as this little Forester can do as well. So talking about modes, auto mode. Auto mode is the feature that we are all familiar with. And that is just by pressing the button, aiming towards your target, pressing the button again, and it will give you your range and angle towards that specific target. Now you can switch the angle on or off, and there are some other features on the rangefinder itself that you may use, like horizontal measurements and vertical measurements as well. But I'm not going to get into that too much today, and the Paragon has exactly the same. Scan mode is exactly what it says. You press the button, you hold it in, and it will scan from target to target as you move the rangefinder from left to right, up or down. It will also give you the angles to that specific targets as you scan as well. You can also switch off the angles if you wish to do so in scan mode as well. Then we have pin lock mode. Pin lock mode is just a mode to focus on smaller targets like gongs or maybe smaller animals that you are maybe wanting to shoot. So that's basically the three main modes on the Forester. Last but not least, with the functions and features of the Forester, the Forester has a OLED display like I said before, and it's red in color. It has a circular reticle which you can use to aim towards your target with 5 brightness adjustments. Now with the OLED display, it makes it really nice in low light conditions or when maybe ranging at night. For me as a hunter that maybe will hunt early mornings, late afternoons, or maybe at times when it is pitch black dark and you maybe have a torch just to have a look towards your target and you can press that button quickly, you can get your range much easier on this rangefinder than on other rangefinders because of the OLED display. With the modes and features out of the way, let's have a look at the rangefinder itself. Like I mentioned before, it's made out of a plastic and rubber material, which is actually very nice considered the price point of this rangefinder, and it's really small, even nice enough for people with smaller hands like myself. Having a look at the front end of the rangefinder, you can find the two lenses, IR lenses, and the objective 21mm lens, which is also multi-coated and crystal clear. Right on top of the rangefinder, you will find your on and off button. The rangefinder will switch off by itself after a few seconds, and you will find your mode button right here on the side. Right here at the back, we'll find the ocular piece, which is also adjustable, so you can adjust the rangefinder towards your eye. And right underneath it, you will find the battery compartment, and it takes a CR2 type battery. The battery is not included. The last two important things that I want to mention about the Forester is the fact that it has a low battery warning that will pop up as soon as the battery starts to die down, and you press the button and you have a look through the rangefinder. It has a 0.03 second response time, which is actually freaking remarkable considering how small this little rangefinder is and at the price point. So there we go, that is the Forester rangefinder. Now we're going to have a look at the Paragon. The Paragon comes in a very nice pouch that doesn't have any Velcro on it, but it has this little rubber band that doesn't make any noise when you pull it down and open up the pouch. Right from the start, you can see this one is a little bit more premium than the Forester, and it's a little bit bigger in size as well than the Forester. Also made out of plastic and rubber, but very nice to the touch. Coming in at $249 on the Vector Optics website. And like I said before, there will be links in the video description where you can go check it out if you wish to do so. It does exactly the same as the Forester, but it can reach out to 2,000 yards. Unfortunately, it doesn't have an OLED display, but you get a crystal clear high density LCD display with a very fine cross that you can put on your target to get that range every time bang on the money. Now, I'm not going to bore you with all the functions and features of the Paragon because it's exactly the same as the Forester, with auto, scan and pin lock mode as the main ones that we're normally going to use, but it also has the vertical and horizontal functions as well if you wish to use those as well. Having a look at the rangefinder itself from the outside, it's also made out of a plastic and rubber material, which is also very nice to the touch. And right here at the front of the rangefinder, you can find the laser and the objective lens, which is the 25mm objective lens. Right here on top, you'll find the on-off button with the mode button. They sit right next to each other. At the back, you'll find your ocular piece, which is also adjustable, so you can adjust it towards your eye. And right here at the bottom, you'll find the battery compartment, and you don't need any tools to open it up. You can just flip this little cap and open it up, and it also takes a CR2 type battery. The last two features that I also want to talk about when it comes to the Paragon is the fact that it also has a low battery warning, which will pop up as soon as you press the power button and the battery is about to go out. And the response time on the Paragon is 0.205 seconds, which is a little bit faster than the Forester. It is a bit bigger, so we expected it to be a little bit faster, but all in all, a very nice rangefinder. Lastly, let's touch on the pros and the cons of these two little rangefinders. Please bear in mind that this is only personal preference or personal opinion. Your opinion might be different towards mine. So let's start with the Forester because it is the closest towards me. The pros, I would say the price point. I think the price is set so well on these Foresters, it will be very difficult to find a rangefinder in this category that has the same price and can do the same as this little rangefinder. I mean, 1,600 yards, there's not a lot of rangefinders that can do that in this price point. Also, a big pro for me is the fact that it has an OLED display, which is red, and we can use it in low light conditions or in pitch black darkness. There's not a lot of rangefinders again in this price point that has a OLED display. The cons, which is not really a con or cons, it's just again personal opinion. First of all, the reticle. I would like if I can choose between a circle or a cross. But again, for the price, it will do exactly what you want to do. Then the last con I would say would be the pouch. The pouch has this Velcro on it, and it's just going to make too much noise. So if you're out and about hunting, you're going to scare something off with this Velcro. I would like them to change this pouch to the same pouch as the Paragons, where it has a elastic band which won't make any noise when you open it up. The pros and the cons of the Paragon. Let's start with the pros. Now, first of all, again, the price. I think you know, coming in at $249 for a small rangefinder like this that can reach out to 2,000 yards will be very difficult to beat or to find on the market, and that's really nice to see from Vector Optics. Also, the crystal clear LCD display is super nice with that fine little cross that I can get onto the target each time and get that range bang on the money each time I press that button is really, really nice. Last pro that I honestly like to bits, that's maybe very small but really makes a lot of sense, is the fact that we have a pouch that don't make any noise when we open it up, so no animal will be scared off when we take out our rangefinder. So lastly, the cons, which is not really cons, but again, just personal preference or my own opinion. I would like if they can add a OLED display in the Paragon as well. It would be very nice if I can use it in low light conditions or at night if I go out hunting at night as well. Then the last thing I would like to see them add in the future is applied ballistics and Bluetooth capability. It would be super nice if we can, you know, connect this up to our favorite ballistics app like Strelok or whatever the case may be, just to get that extra bit out of a super nice rangefinder like this. So there we go, the two brand new rangefinders from Vector Optics, the Paragon and the Forester. Again, just a big thanks to Vector Optics for making this video possible, sending me out these two rangefinders to use and make this review. I really had a ton of fun making this video. If you guys want to see more of these two rangefinders, please use the links provided down in the video description. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers!